Okay, we're back. I'm back. I am back. And I found this video, and it's not like the one that I was watching way too early this morning. Actually, I saw this one yesterday. And it's something that needs to be talked about. So I'm going to talk about it, and we're going to listen to this little old lady talk some shit. Kind of. Well, you'll see. She's a fun little old lady. God help me, please, on my knees. Okay, where are we at? Right here.
Right now.
Here we
What
go.
do you think should happen next?
Well, I probably ought to be put to sleep. I'm no longer any good to society. I killed my son.
This is the exact moment this 92-year-old woman, Anna Mae Blessings, realizes she has been caught for killing her own son.
Heavenly Father,
This
I
is
know what I
wild.
have done, and I know it's a sin. I know what I did. Exactly what I set out to do.
How the officers got to this moment was shocking enough, but what came next was probably unlike anything they'd seen before.
Hang Stop! Stop! Do not make any sudden movement. Do not make any movement. I will shoot you.
It started with a 911 call from Julie, Thomas's girlfriend, telling dispatchers that he had been shot.
Just shot her son. She's got another gun and she's gonna shoot me. Get away! Get away! Ah! She's got the gun. She's gonna shoot me. She's got the gun at me. I'm afraid I
Oh, man.
help me! Help me! Oh my God! Her son's dead. I think. She's gonna kill me. She's gonna kill me. She comes. She's coming for me. No! Don't you dare, Ann! Don't you dare!
When officers arrived, she ran out to meet them, frantic, yelling a warning.
She still has the gun.
She has the gun.
Were you the one on the phone?
Yes, there's another gun on the floor on the other side of the back bedroom door. I was waiting to get that one. We had a report telling police that there were two guns in the house and she was going to shoot us. And she couldn't do it. His mother
And?
threatened Anna Blessing.
Why did she do this?
She hates him, he hates her. We moved her after a year ago. They don't tell.
This is crazy. Oops, something happened.
As the officers entered the room,
This whole thing is crazy. This is why you need to visit your grandma.
and called the name of their 92-year-old suspect, Anna,
Anna, Maricopa County Sheriff's Office.
there was just silence.
Anna, Maricopa County Sheriff's Office. I need you to put the gun down now.
And that's unsettling, because they know she's in there. Is she waiting for them? Is she armed? Is she even alive?
She's fucking 92.
Anna, Sheriff's Office. Anna, can you hear us?
Anna, Maricopa County Sheriff's Office. I need you to put the gun down and come out with your hands up.
She's not coming out there.
743, we're inside. However, we can't get her to come out and put the gun down.
Denver, they 10-4. Your site can't get her to come out.
Anna, put the gun down!
25.
I need you to walk toward us with your hands up in the air. Anna. Anna, I know you can hear me. I need you to put the gun down and walk out toward me. Anna, then if you don't have the gun, can you walk out in the living room with your hands up in the air?
Thomas Blessings, her 72-year-old son, is already gone, shot twice by the very woman who raised him.
Hey, he's gone. Check his pulse.
Sir, can you hear me?
They push forward, clearing the house room by room.
She says we can come into the bedroom, but she's not walking out. You want to go any closer?
Anna, this is what I need to do.
This is why you need to
I
visit
need
your
you
grandma.
to come to me. I cannot come to you. I need you to come to me with your hands in the air.
Until finally, they spot her.
Anna! Keep your hands where I can see them. No sudden movements, you understand? You understand me? Go right. Okay. You got her?
I got her.
I'm going right.
I got this way.
You want to go with him?
Okay, bathroom to my right, Jones. Check bathroom. Got it. Clear.
This is why you need to visit your grandma. She'll lose her mind one day and shoot your dad. Wow.
Okay, I got the pistol. You drop your rifle.
Anna is just sitting there in a chair, completely still.
Anna, you alright? Where's your gun? Where's your gun?
Julie's got both of them.
Okay.
Can I get transferred?
Is there anybody else in the unit? Is there anybody else here?
Huh?
Julie's outside. You're here. Your son is here. Is there anybody else here? No. Okay. Just watch her for a second.
Anna! Stop! Stop!
Despite her frail appearance and old age, Anna Mae Blessing still managed to shock the officers in a way they probably never expected. Even at 92, Anna was still unpredictable.
Any sudden movement. Do not make any movement. I will shoot you.
They finally arrested her and brought her to police station, where she was kept for about 4 hours before the detective finally came in.
I have a seat there in the blue chair. Let me turn it around for you. There you go. Let me see your hands. Get these off of you.
I'll get you some water.
Can I have a tissue?
Absolutely.
It's Charles John Dora, accident, refund.
What happened to my gum?
Oh, well, Deputy Bowers has it. He just carried that and your stimulator in here, okay? You want to throw that tissue away?
Pardon?
I got a trash can right here if you want to throw that tissue away.
I gotta have some more to replace it.
There's a whole box right there.
Huh?
There's a whole box right there.
Oh, I'm okay.
Okay.
You need more water, just let him know, okay, ma'am, or let me know, alright?
Yeah, I can get you, if you want some, if you finish that, I can get you some more water, okay?
Okay. Then you'll have to go to the bathroom. When you get old, it's very hard on you.
Yeah, I imagine.
Life is rough when you're 92.
Aging is often romanticized.
Oh man, this shit makes me feel so bad though. This is why you need to visit your grandma. Visit your mom. Man, look, this shit hurts my heart. This hurt my heart when I watched it yesterday. I even dreamed about it. I felt so bad. Like, there's so many people in my phone that I need to call.
As a time of wisdom and reflection. But the
Actually, I'm fucking lying. There's like 5 people in my phone.
reality for many elderly individuals is far more complex. Loss of independence, isolation. These emotions mix with anger and a sense of powerlessness. The results can be tragic.
I had, when we lived in, when I lived in Florida, before I came here, I had a 20-foot by 20-foot garden that I took care of. I had a small roller tiller. I tilled it. I had fresh vegetables in my home. I had a beautiful garden. Because I'm a farmer at heart. And then you come to Arizona and you get stuck in a room and nobody talks to you. And you know, I got thinking while I was in there, how many millions of other old people this happens to. It's...
Call your grandma. Visit your mom. Man, this poor old lady. Call your family.
You have no idea what goes on in a home with an old person. It's just ridiculous.
Somebody will be back in a few minutes to check on you, okay? Make sure you're doing okay. Okay?
Better close the door and lock it.
Now I'm going to close the door, okay? Just give you some privacy.
Can I have my water?
Your water, when you want to drink, just, we'll be back in a few minutes, okay?
Okay, I'll lay down. Dear Heavenly Father, I know what I have done, and I know it's a sin. But my Heavenly Father, I'm asking you for forgiveness for all I did it because of all he's done to me. He's so hateful, I never heard of.
Call your parents. Call your grandma. Oh my God. Be nice to your grandma. Be nice to your mom.
Please forgive me, Lord, for I know I have sinned.
Oh,
Amen.
this hurts me
I know
so
what
bad.
I did.
So sad. Wait till you see what she said to the cop.
This is the moment where she accepts it herself that her decision to murder her own son wasn't impulsive. It was something that she had thought through. And that's what makes this case so unsettling. When we think of elderly individuals committing crimes, we assume mental decline or confusion played a role. But Anna knew exactly what she was doing.
Hi, Anna.
Hi.
How you doing?
Okay.
I briefly introduced myself before, but my name is Tom Sedlicek.
Pardon?
My name is Tom Sedlicek, and I'm a detective with the sheriff's office.
Yeah.
Okay. Right
Hearing
now.
needs have gone. That one's gone dead.
Okay. Are you able to hear me this close? Before we get started, do you need to use the restroom or anything, or are you okay?
Well, I'm okay.
Okay. Now, Anna, because you're down here at our office, it's standard practice that we read an individual their rights since they're down here and you're meeting with a detective. So I'm just going to briefly read your rights, okay? Yep.
I wonder what this feels like. To read somebody this would be my grandmother's age. My grandma is 86 and she's 92. Could you imagine reading your grandmother her Miranda rights? Nana, you have the right to remain silent. Any snacks and cookies you give me will be held against you later. What the fuck?
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be.
You have the right to give me cookies and milk. Grandma, I want some candy. Could you imagine reading your grandmother her Miranda rights? I feel so bad for these cops right now. Like, what the fuck?
Used against you in a court of law. Do you understand those so far?
Sure.
Okay. You have the right to the presence of an attorney to assist you prior to questioning and be with you during questioning if you so desire. Do you understand that?
Yeah, but I can't get an attorney.
Well, we'll go over that in just a second. If you cannot afford an attorney, you have the right to have an attorney appointed for you prior to questioning. Do you understand these rights? Do you understand everything that I read to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I may be naive too, but I'm rather coherent.
Anna Mae Blessing's interrogation had some truly wild moments, but one of the weirdest has to be this. She was coherent, all right. Coherent enough to plan a murder and execute it. At first
You
glance,
leave Grandma
it's shocking.
alone.
But when you dig deeper,
Let
it becomes
Grandma
heartbreaking.
handle Grandma business.
No, and from what
Grandma's
I've been
on
told
that
is that
time.
you're like, for 92, you're sharp as a whip.
Grandma.
That you're very intelligent, that you're very smart for your age.
Tom was set on having me called, well, anyway, I took the test at the doctor's office. She says I'll never be incapable, or whatever they call it, when people can't cope with, know what things are all about.
So do you know what things are really all about?
I know the whole thing.
Okay. So what I would like for you to do is to walk me through everything that happened from the time that you woke up this morning, Anna, all the way up until me coming in here.
Hold on. I don't know how to make the words bigger.
Talking to you right now.
Well, can I, first of all, tell you what led up to this, what brought it on?
Absolutely.
Ever
There we
since
go.
we got to Florida, well, it's to Arizona, started in Florida, and why I came with him, I'll never know. But Tom has a very foul mouth, and he's had 2 years and 2 months of anger management, because he used to beat his stepson. That was years ago. That was in Oregon. And his wife turned him in for beating the kids. And he had, not only that, but he had a very foul mouth. He was one of the most domineering persons I've ever known. Extremely domineering. He expects everybody to hump for him. And if not, you can get called almost anything. And when we lived on
Call your
in
grandma.
Black Canyon, him and Julie had the bedroom not too far from where mine was, rather close. And he used to set that thermostat so cold. And I would go out once in a while and turn it up a little bit, a couple degrees up, because there was no need for it. But he seemed to feel there was. And one day I walked out to the kitchen and where he was, and I said, Tom, I said, could you and I have a common sense talk about the thermostat, real quiet like? because he's very, very loud and mouthy, and
That's so disrespectful.
he came up to me and he got his face right down next to mine, and he said, "You effing B," he says, "I'll talk to you any way I GD want to."
As you can probably understand, it wasn't totally about hatred. It was about
Call your grandmothers and your mothers, call your family. Call the old people in your life because somebody's probably doing this to them.
a loss of control. For decades, Anna had been independent. Now she felt like she was losing everything: her home, her freedom, her dignity. While most people don't resort to violence, that fear of being abandoned or powerless is something a lot of elderly people experience.
Okay. Now, you had said that you were living in Florida before?
Yeah.
Was Thomas also living out in Florida?
No, I want to tell you about Florida. My husband and I lived there for 20 years before he passed. Well, he had 25 years by the time I moved. But my husband passed away in '08 from cancer. I was his caregiver. And Tom came down to visit us, and I've never heard a foul word out of that kid's mouth until
His
he
dad
came down with Julie.
Did there come a point where you're in Florida at the time? Did there come a point where you could you no longer wanted to live in Florida and that you decided that you were going to come live with Thomas?
I would like for him to move to Florida, but he wouldn't. The only reason I moved with Tom is and by the time I'm 93, I will lose an annuity that I have. And the rent there was atrocious. And that would have knocked me out good. And so he said, "We'll do it now." And
he pulled all the money out of his mom.
so that's why I came. But Tom
Don't
is
do this to your mom. See, my family, there's some of this that happened and stuff like that. Don't treat your elders like this, man. It's insane. Take all their money and then treat them like a burden. It's also like what are the lot of things that are on here that I watch. Like parents do this to kids. This is the first one I've ever seen of like an old person that stuck up for themselves. And call the people or call the old people around you. Make sure this shit isn't happening to them. Give them hugs and loves and call them. Because she's so lonely. Look at her. She's so lonely. This is somebody in your life. Man, call the old people in your life.
always, ever since his father passed away, him and his dad talked about it. Was when he passed, he would see to it that I never had to go to a nursing home. And I don't know that Bill made him promise or anything like that, but from what I understand, it was discussed. But anyway, Tom has always promised me, Mom, you'll never have to go to a nursing home. You'll never have to go to a nursing home. I will always take care of you. So, I just took it for granted, you know, because I know Bill always made me promise him that I wouldn't send him up to the nursing home where we lived. He said, if you do, I'll haunt you.
So, where do we even begin unpacking this case? Is it a story of extreme desperation? A failure of our elder care system? A tragic misunderstanding?
Has
It's hard
nothing
to
to
say.
do with the elder.
But one thing is certain. This case isn't just about a crime. It's about what happens when fear and isolation push someone past their breaking point. What makes this case even more frustrating is that this could have been prevented. Thomas had already warned the cops about Anna's threats.
Hello, sir.
How you doing?
Good, you?
Hot enough for you?
It is.
Just the start of something.
Yeah. What's going on?
There was an officer out today.
Uh-huh.
Talked to my mother
Okay.
about her gun. There's been
Yeah.
a statement made.
He looks like the
to
kind of,
girlfriend that
Yeah.
she
Look at his face. You can tell he's lying like a motherfucker. He's in there treating his mom like shit and then calling the cops on her. This is what husbands do. This is what parents do. All the parents we've seen that abuse their kids make this stupid face. And they're waiting out front so they get their story out first.
she was going to go in the bedroom and shoot me in the head. We don't get along. Okay. I brought her back from.
We're putting her in nursing.
Yeah. We brought her back from Florida because she couldn't afford to live there. So, and we are putting her in a nursing home.
Okay.
Trying to. And she just. There's not much we can, do. The woman is getting very senile, very
No,
angry.
you're stealing all of her money.
She knows how to push.
See, this is the thing. These people use the legal system to rob these old people. You are a disgusting man, sir, and you deserved every bullet you ate. I'm sorry. But I'm sorry. I've heard it and I've witnessed it. And I've gone to court for somebody trying to take an old lady to court to rob her legally. And that's what this whole nursing home business is. Gonna try to rob her legally. Right? It's bullshit.
My buttons, my mother,
Right.
And my daughter would come in. She'd been here, hasn't been here just one day, and come in. I haven't seen her in over 20 years, and she took my mother yesterday for the day, to do some things and everything else. And my daughter said that my daughter's supposed to be here pretty soon. Said that all she did was gossip all day. And she kept telling her, Grandma, you
She
can't
wants
do that.
somebody to talk
That's not why I'm here. I'm
to.
not here to listen to your
Why
gossip.
doesn't she?
I'm here
Nobody talks
because I haven't
to
seen
her.
you,
Look, talk to the old people in your life.
So it's just been a...
Talk
Does she
to
have
them.
access to a gun?
Oh, she has a gun, yeah. The officer here today asked about it. She was asking him about the laws in Arizona and all that. And I told my girlfriend, I said, well, if she's made a threat, I'm going to say more than likely they're going to either pull her gun or get a hold of families or senior services.
Mm-hmm.
Do something. We're getting ready to go on vacation Monday. Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good.
Hi.
Hi.
And she cooks her own meals. She takes care of herself, takes her own bath, dresses herself, and everything. We take her to the store, she buys her groceries and everything. And we haven't done anything for over a year now. And we
Haven't been done anything in over a year. I hate this guy. I hate this guy. Talk to the old people in your life. Oh my God. Call every old person you know. Find out about them.
decided we were going to go for a week. And just relax. Forget about everything. And wanted to get this taken care of before we left, one way or another. No telling what she'll do. I have no idea.
Okay.
Because she's on and on.
Or do you have power of attorney on her?
No.
Okay. Well, as far as the gun goes, I don't know. I'm not sure what the deputy talked about earlier.
But if it's a process to take someone's gun from them.
Even with a threat?
Well, she didn't specifically say the threat to you,
No,
correct?
she said it's my girlfriend.
Okay. She's allowed to own the gun in Arizona. She's allowed to defend herself, whatever means. She just has to justify what she does.
Well, if I'm laying in bed, she shoots me in the head. That's not much justification.
Not specifically to you. I'm just saying in general.
Right.
So that's why Arizona's pretty lenient on their gun laws.
Right, I know that.
People,
She's not even tall
People
enough
aren't
to shoot you in the head, you big fat ogre.
Nothing
I don't
new.
like him.
Yeah.
I don't like him. I don't like him. He's a big fat ogre.
well, there wasn't much when the deputy was here earlier that he can do, and there's not much I can do.
Okay. I just wanted to get out what's going on.
Right.
Arizona has some of the loosest firearm laws in the country.
Good.
It's a constitutional carry state, meaning
that way.
no permit is required to own or carry a gun.
Yep.
No registration is needed.
Nope.
And unless someone is actively committing a crime, it's hard for police to take away their gun, even if they've made threats.
But I certainly didn't want to go up there either because I had run the gift shop up there and knew what was going on. And I wouldn't have wanted to live there up in the care center either.
Sure.
But when we left Florida and Tom was kind of misbehaving with his language, I told Julie, I said, I don't know for sure if I'm going to be able to live with him. She says, don't worry about it.
So Anna, what I'd like to do is I'd like to fast forward to today.
Yeah.
And what I'd like for you to do is to start by
He's getting impatient. He's like, oh, that's too much to write.
basically begin with you waking up this morning.
Yeah.
And then when you first woke up this morning, walk me through everything
I
that
didn't
happened
wake
from the
up
time.
this morning. I haven't slept for 3 nights because when they come in the house,
That is one of the reasons why jail is one of my favorite places in the world. Prison was so fun to me because there's always somebody to talk to. And I love talking. Talking is my favorite. Man, and she'll probably like prison as well because there's people to talk to.
they don't talk to me. They just walk straight on through.
They just walk straight on through. Nobody ever says a word. Yeah, I know.
I stayed home for.
That's why I talk.
I always stay home. But I took care of Jasper, Tom's cat, for 5 days while they went on a vacation. That was fine because I had to stay home all the time anyway.
Okay, so what was going through your mind the last 3 or 4 days? I mean, and what I'm trying to understand is if you were angry, if you were sad, if you were, if you felt depressed, if you were happy. Good.
Because they definitely were going to send me to a old people's home.
And what made you feel as though they were definitely going to send you to an old
They
people's
told
home?
me.
Did they tell you when they were going to send you to this?
Not exactly, but that I had to go.
As physical and mental abilities decline, decisions about health, finances, and living arrangements are often made for them, not by them.
PSA, call the old people in your life. Oh. Call the old people in your life. Make sure they're not lonely.
Friends and spouses pass away. Children grow distant and social circles shrink. The idea of being placed in a nursing home or an unfamiliar setting can feel like being discarded. Decades of losses, whether loved ones, careers, or homes, can create a deep sense of distant and consistent mourning. These emotions don't just linger in the background. They can build up, leading to resentment, paranoia, and in extreme cases, violence.
And my granddaughter said to me that I was interfering with Tom and Brenda's affair. And I could have sat and told her that one time when not too long ago, Julie came by me while I was working in the kitchen, and she made some remark about their relationship, and I told her that I asked her, I said, Julie, did you and your first husband ever have 3 in the bed? And she says, no, we never believed in it. I said, well, I said, then how about you and Tom and Jack Daniels? Not another word was said. Either way, she didn't say anything more, and I didn't say anything more. That was it.
Okay. Last night, I mean, were things normal in the house, as normal as they can be last night, or did you guys have any disagreements or any discussions last night?
When they come in the door, they head for the bedroom, and they get into bed. They lay there and watch television. I'm at the other end of the house where I'm sitting in a chair and watching television because I have nobody to talk to.
Okay.
I might as well not have his voice.
Call the old people in your life. Oh my God. Somebody call me. I need people to talk to. I need somebody to love. I'm mostly just kidding. I have tons of things to love. 11 cats. I have 11 cats to love. Yeah, I love my cats. Especially the blue one with no tail. She's an asshole. I love her. Oh, and Jack. I love him too. He's the best. He's a good boy. Yeah. See? Okay. Now, old people that don't have cats, actually, old people and disabled people that also have cats and don't have cats, you should call them and see if they're okay and talk to them because a lot of people don't talk to them.
Speaking voice.
Was there a point this morning, sometime in the morning, where you went into their bedroom? You went into the master bedroom where Tom and Julie sleep?
Yeah.
Okay. So, why did you decide to go into the bedroom?
Well, I figured if I didn't get it done, it wouldn't get solved.
Okay, what is it that you wanted to get done?
Well, first I started to talk with Tom about the situation, and he says, well, we could have left you in Florida, and when your money run out, you'd be out on the street.
I believe that.
And
this poor lady. Oh my God, this poor lady. This hurts my feelings. This makes me want to call everybody in my phone. Just, oh, this lady. I don't even really know any old people. Well, I guess it would depend on old. I only know one person that's almost as old as this lady. And it's my grandma, and she lives with my mom. She's never by herself. There's always somebody there. Always.
you know, I almost think that would have been better. But this morning I was tired. I hadn't slept for so long. And they had been ignoring me so thoroughly. And
Were you upset? Were you angry when you went in there?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Were there any other feelings that were going through your head, through your mind at that point?
No, but until Tom started in on me, and
Okay, what exactly did Tom tell you?
I can't remember exactly.
Okay. Whatever it was that he told you, how did it make you feel?
No different than when he always gets on his rampage.
Okay, so you said he had made these mentions about it would have been better for you to stay in Florida?
Just stay in Florida. Well, I agree with him. It would have been better if I'd have stayed in Florida.
That fear, that feeling of helplessness, it boiled over into something unimaginable. Anna grabbed
Call the old people in your life, visit them. Oh my God.
2 guns she had owned since the 1970s, walked into her son's room, and shot him twice. And here's the eerie part. When the police arrived, Anna was completely aware of what she had done. She reportedly told him, "You took my life, so I took yours."
So what happens next after you have this discussion with Tom?
Well, I had my gun, and I used it because they were going to send me to a home.
Okay. So you had your gun. What kind of gun did you have?
Oh my God. Love your parents. Oh, this is terrible. Love your parents.
It was a Charter Arms.
Charter Arms? And what caliber?
I can't remember the caliber. It was a good size one.
So when you go into the bedroom and you have this Charter Arms gun, and you said that it doesn't, you don't have the hammer resting on a bullet. Okay? When you go in there, where is the Charter Arms gun?
In my pocket.
Okay. So walk me.
And then I backed out and came over, and there Julie came at me from this direction for some reason, and so I pulled my gun out. I was gonna shoot her.
Okay, well let's first. You walk into the room. You've got your gun.
Yeah.
This is before you and Tom have a discussion. Okay. When you go into the room initially and you talk to Tom, is your gun in your pocket?
Yeah.
Okay. And what causes you to remove your gun from your pocket?
When I left the room, started leaving the room, Julie come towards me, and I pulled it out, and I pulled the hammer back first and pulled it out, and she grabbed for it, and Tom came from this side, and I backed up and I pulled the trigger, and it broke the mirror, and I don't know what it did. And then Tom was going to come at me again, so I pulled the trigger again.
Okay, so you fired the gun twice? Okay. And when you fired the first round, you said hit the mirror?
I don't know. I think it hit him, but I'm not sure how.
The first round?
I'm not sure.
Okay. How about the second round?
I know the second round hit him.
Okay, where did it hit him?
I have no idea.
Okay.
But
So
I do know I killed him because Julie was over by her bed by then, and she had my gun, my Charter Arms, but I had my 25, and I've been over before I went back to my room. I've been.
Man, this is wild, this lady. This is crazy. They're going to give her life. She's got like 1.5 years of her life left. Leave her alone. Oh my God, that's crazy.
Went over and took his pulse, and there was no pulse. So I knew I killed him.
When anger and powerlessness collide, it can give result to something darker. Loss of autonomy breeds resentment. Anger turns into desperation. Cognitive.
Yeah, this is a real thing. My legs. I'm pissed off about my brain. I'm depressed about my brain. I resent my legs. This is a real thing.
Decline can heighten emotional extremes.
And,
in a moment.
Also that, yeah, my fucking brain is broken, and it's this. Yeah.
Of
terrible.
unchecked rage and despair, she took an irreversible action. After Anna's
I
interrogation,
just read the Bible.
it was
and
Julie's
scare
turn,
people.
her son's girlfriend, and the only other person in the house when the shooting happened. And while Julie confirmed the most important detail, that Anna pulled the trigger, her version of events had some key differences.
What does it matter? Leave the old lady alone. Leave the old lady alone. Oh my God. These cops are going to throw this old lady in jail. Oh my God. I never watched the end of it. I just watched that poor lady.
I don't want you to go super quick, but you can probably maybe keep some minutia things.
You go a lot faster than
We'll go over those things more in depth in a minute, but if you can just kind of give me a quick version of what happened.
Oh, okay. I was up to this point, and I was in the bedroom area, and Anna came in, and she said to Tom, she says, you know, I don't like the way you treat me. And when that starts at all, I just dismiss myself because I don't get involved in those conversations. Anyway,
oh, you know
so
you do,
I
you silly bitch.
Went behind Ann.
Yeah, you know
my
you do.
dressing
You're
area,
all up in
where
it.
the bathtub and everything is. And you know, of course, the door closed, so I really couldn't came open. So I was in there, and I thought, you know, Tom asked me, "Where are you going?" And I said, "I'm going to go in the other room," which just meant in there because I didn't want to get involved in the discussion at all.
You lied.
So I painted my fingernails actually, and I had time to get. I just got time to get to the last one when I heard the shot, and I recognized it as a bullet shot. And so I came out, and I saw Tom on the floor, kind of like in midway between the door and the wall, and it was evident. I could see. Was it on his left side? He was down. I think it was on his left side. It was evident that he had been shot, but I couldn't see either of them until I pulled that door back, and that's when I saw him on the floor, her standing there with a gun, and so I looked down and I saw Tom, and I saw. That's what must have been on this side because he was on the floor, but he was totally flat. And then I ran behind my bed, to the other side by the window. I ran behind that, and Ann has macular degeneration, so she can't see real well. And so what I did is I got down, and she had the gun up, and so then every time I got my head up, she went like that. She never shot at me though, to my knowledge.
Is she saying anything at this point? Are you saying anything at this point?
I'm screaming, and you'll hear it on the 911 call. I was screaming hysterically, "Ann, stop, put your gun down," and I got down. But every time I put my head up, she was standing there ready to shoot me. And I said, "Ann, get down." No. Then I was on the floor, and I was on 911 the whole time. And so I was watching her feet, and I could see Tom then, too. So I'm on the floor on the other side of the bed, looking under the bed, because I thought if she stays there, 911 will come, we'll be okay. But if she starts to come towards me, what do? It didn't occur to me, but I'm looking under there, and I did see her reach down, and she did check his neck, and it was on where the gunshot was. So I assumed it was going to be a fingerprint or something, I don't know. Then she just stood back up. I got back up thinking, okay, what are you going to do? Pulled the gun again towards me. I got back down. Then I saw her lift, right about here, his right arm. I'm looking under there, up, and then it dropped. And then I just kept watching, thinking, and I was yelling to the 911, "Please get the police here, kick down the door. I don't care what you do. She's going to kill me." There's no doubt I was frightened that she was actually going to kill me. She had a gun pointed. So then she started walking towards me, and I could see her feet under the bed. So I stuck my head up a little bit, and she had the gun down to her side. I think she's right-handed. Anyway, she had her gun down to her side, and I thought, okay, it's going to be all right. I mean, not besides this, and I started to step towards her, thinking I was going to be able to, and she just, I got that gun away from her. It was a brown gun, and I believe I threw it. So I think it landed somewhere over near where I was or something, but I threw it because we were right in front of the dresser. There's a dresser in there. So she made it all the way to the dresser by the time and I'm like, "Ann, no." And she got in her pocket, she pulled out another gun. She had a second gun. So she pulled out a second gun, And that's when I was so close to her. I didn't know what else to do, but I've watched too many SUVs. I grabbed onto her and I was yelling, "Stop, Ann, stop!" And she kept trying to come down. And so then I pushed her. I thought, oh, I'm just going to try to force her down, as best I can. She's strong for 92, let me tell you. Anyway, so I pushed her down, and we fell. When we fell down, it was right in that, right next to Tom, and just on the other side of him. And when I knocked her down, she took the gun and she kept trying to do this, and then she put it in my side, and I got it out of my side. And then she pulled it up again.
Now here's the thing. Anna already confessed. She had no problem admitting she shot her son. So what would stop her from telling the whole truth? That's where things get interesting. If both versions agree on the murder itself, then the differences lie in the build-up and the aftermath. The emotions, the arguments, and maybe even Anna's true intentions. Maybe Anna framed herself as more helpless than she really was. Maybe she left out key details that would have changed the way people saw her.
At 92, you're pretty much helpless. Shut up.
Not just as an old woman acting out of desperation, but someone who had already made up her mind long before she pulled the trigger.
She already said that, though. She said, I set out to do what I did. She already said that.
Went into the bedroom with the guns. Did you go in there with the intention to kill Tom?
Not really, but
Well, not really can mean a lot of things. So let's. When you went into the bedroom with the two guns, did you go in there with the intention to kill Tom?
When I got thinking about being put into a nursing home after all the promises he'd made me, I guess maybe I did. I don't know.
The
whole thing is a big haze.
I understand, Anna, but you have to help me understand what's going through your mind at that time. So
I don't really know what was going through my mind at that time.
Okay. But you said that you, and I don't want to put words in your mouth, so correct me if I'm wrong, but you said you sort of went in there with the intent to kill him?
Well, I don't know if I did or not.
Okay, why else would you go in there with the gun?
Well, I guess I was waiting to find out whether and about being put in a nursing home, and it just wasn't discussed, I guess.
If a 92-year-old woman saw prison as a better alternative than an assisted living home, that alone should be a wake-up call. This case forces us to ask uncomfortable questions about how society treats its aging population.
Absolutely.
Do we truly listen to them, or do we simply make decisions for them?
Call the old people in your life. Oh, be nice to your mom. Oh, be nice to your dad. Be nice to your grandma. Man, be nice to old people. Not all of them are nice, but most of them are.
And are we offering emotional and psychological support, or just meeting their basic physical needs?
Same as kids.
What happened after that really isn't clear with me.
Okay.
In any way, shape, or form.
Did you go in there with the intent to kill Julie?
No.
So after you have shot the gun twice, you said you don't know what happens to the gun, but there's a point where you have a second gun?
Okay. I have a little 25. Okay. I had a little 25.
Where did you have that second gun?
In my other pocket.
In your other pocket? And when did you pull that gun out?
I don't remember.
Okay. Do you remember what you did with that gun? And what I mean by that is, do you remember if you pulled it out and just held it down by your side, or did you pull it out and point it at someone or something else?
Julie was behind the bed and hollering at me, and I pointed the gun at her.
And how do you know Tom's dead?
I bent over before I left there and felt his pulse. There was none.
Okay. When you reached down and felt that he didn't have a pulse, how'd you feel?
I didn't have much of a feel, I guess, because you have no idea what he's put me through the last year. And before that, there was never a thing. Before Julie, nothing happened. I could not understand that. It didn't make sense to me.
Okay, when you felt that he was dead, I mean, did you feel like a sense of relief, like it's finally over? Did you feel any remorse? Did you feel sad for what had happened? I mean,
I don't know how I felt. I'll be honest with you, I really don't know how I felt.
okay. How do you feel right now about what happened?
I wish I'd stayed in Florida.
Okay. Do you feel bad for what happened?
Yes, in the sense that I killed my own son. But in another way to look at it is he can't holler and scream at anybody else. And because, it could be mercifully. You have no idea how loud his voice would get and how vicious.
Yeah.
He got after Julie, and
Yep.
he's give Julie a lot of hollers too.
Okay. Do you feel bad about what happened, what you did to Julie?
What he did to
Do
Julie.
you feel bad about what you did to Julie in the sense that you pointed a gun in her direction?
Yeah, kinda. But she's part of the trying to get me into a nursing home too, so I don't know that I do feel that bad because, since I've come from Florida,
This poor lady.
between the two of them, the promises that they've made to me, I was supposed to go out and get some summer shoes. I was supposed to go out and get some blouses. And they were going to take me out to
Oh my God, love the old people in your life. Oh, this poor lady.
get some more clothes. Because when I left Florida, had planned on going up to shop for clothes before I left. But
poor lady.
They couldn't take me up because.
Oh my God. And I know this feeling about getting rides and people taking you places. Yeah, you were such a burden on them. Absolutely, little old lady. I totally get it. But you didn't have to kill nobody. Well, I guess if you're getting screamed at in your face. Yeah, I can understand that. But, luckily, I don't get screamed at in my face all the time. But I can be hard to handle. I do have brain injuries. But this poor old lady, I understand. Like, I feel for this lady. I have a lot of the same problems. Getting rides places, going places, people making time for you to get you things that you need and stuff. Yeah. This poor lady.
They didn't figure they had enough time to do that and help finish the packing too. I don't know where things have gone wrong.
With everything that's happened now that you've had a chance to look back, what do you think should happen right now? What do you think should happen next?
Oh my God. I'm not ready for this answer. Oh God, this poor lady.
Well, I probably ought to be put to sleep.
And what do you mean by that?
Done away with. I'm no longer any good to society.
This is the saddest. Love the old people in your life. Oh my God. Oh, call your mom, call your grandma, call your dad. Man, this is wild. I hate this for this lady. This And how she said it, it's just like Eeyore.
Well, I probably ought to be put to sleep.
Eeyore.
And what do you mean by that?
Done away with. I'm no longer any good to society.
Oh, why? Man, this poor lady. Oh my God. I hate this for this lady. Oh man. And they're going to put her in jail. Don't put her in jail. The cops should not put her in jail. Don't put her in jail. Do not put grandma in jail. What the hell?
And,
This is wild.
Why do you feel that way?
what can I do for society?
Oh, God.
I killed my son. Well, Tom has talked to Steve from Arizona, something or another. And Tom tried to tell me all the good points about it. But what kind of good points are there to somebody who's always been independent and on their own and been promised that they'll never have to live in a home? What are the good points?
Would you say that that's part of why you felt your life was over, because those things were going to be taken from you if you were going to be in a home?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a sad day when your son don't want you anymore after he's promised over and over and over that I'd never have to live in a nursing home. And I talked to him on the phone one day, and before him and Julie came down, everything was just, we could talk about anything. I never heard him be harsh with his words or anything. I really think I don't know. Anyway, what was we discussing now?
Well, and I'm going to take just a quick break.
Many elderly individuals suffer in silence, battling depression, anxiety, and fear. But these emotions are often dismissed as just a part of aging. Yet, as this case shows, unaddressed emotions can fester into something dangerous. The reality is, most elderly individuals will never resort to violence. But the emotions that fueled this case are far more common than we'd like to admit. If we don't address them, we risk creating more tragedies, not just in headlines, but in the quiet suffering of millions of aging individuals. Anna was charged with first-degree murder, aggravated assault, and kidnapping, but her case never went to trial. Due to her age and mental state, she was ruled incompetent to stand trial and passed away in 2020.
Oh, yay. Okay. Good. They didn't make her go to jail. Oh, that's amazing. Okay, that's cool. That's an amazing thing. Yeah. So, I want to thank you for watching that with me. It was amazing. Call the old people in your life. Call the old people in your life. Tell them you love them. Make sure nobody's trying to rob them legally, through the legal system. Help protect them. Audit everything. Especially for the older people around you. They're just like kids. Somebody's got to take care of them. Somebody has got to save the old people and the kids from people like this. It's crazy. And you never know when it's happening. Look, that guy looked well-to-do. And that woman looked too made over to be good. You know what I mean? Like too high maintenance to be an all right person. It's like I was doing my nails while they were fighting. Whatever. Save the old people around you. Call them, hug them, love them. Yep. And also the disabled people around you. You know, hug them and love them as well. Because they go through it. Believe me, they go through it. And who knows, you might accidentally be making it hard for them too by yelling at them for things they can't control, like prescriptions. You know, whatever, things like that. Anyway, I love you. Don't forget to like and subscribe.